Right now, 87% of you are sleeping with an invisible intruder inches from your skull every single night. It doesn't knock, it just penetrates. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn what the World Health Organization classified as a possible carcinogen in 2011, why a $30 million US government experiment on rats changed everything, and exactly what happens inside your skull during those 7 hours of rest. Stay till the very end, because the last thing I'm going to tell you might make you throw your phone across the room tonight.
Welcome to Young Scientist School. Your scientific journey begins here.
Doctor, what are you doing in my bedroom at 2 a.m.?
Saving your life, Alex. Or at least your brain cells. What if I told you that the phone you sleep next to is silently eating your brain's batteries, making you age faster and literally draining your intelligence while you sleep? Welcome to the dark side of your phone sleeping next to you. Let me take you to 2011. A researcher named Dr. Nora Volkow ran one of the most elegant brains experiments ever designed. She took 47 healthy people, strapped a phone to each side of their head, and switched one on for 50 minutes, while the other stayed off. Then she scanned their brains using PET imaging.
What did she find?
The brain areas closest to the active phone antenna showed a significant increase in glucose metabolism, meaning those cells were working harder, consuming more energy, firing more actively than normal. Just from being near a phone that wasn't even in a call. It was on, muted, tucked against the skull.
Wait. So my brain is basically doing overtime because my phone is sitting next to it?
Yes. She proved that the human brain is sensitive to the electromagnetic radiation from cell phones. It responds and reacts. But she did not say anything if that extra brain activity is harmful or harmless.
Dr. Wren, I am feeling relaxed a little bit.
Wait, Alex. There is a $30 million 10-year study run by the U.S. National Toxicology Program, also known as NTP study. They exposed rats to radiofrequency radiation similar to what phones emit for 9 hours a day, every day, for 2 years. Whole body exposure.
And the rats were fine, right?
No, some of the male rats developed a rare type of heart tumor called a schwannoma, tumors of the Schwann cells, the very same cells that wrap around nerves like insulation on a wire. And here's the chilling part. Another study at the Ramazzini Institute, using lower doses closer to what cell towers emit, found the exact same type of tumor in the exact same cell type. 2 labs, 2 continents, same result. Also, World Health Organization, through its cancer research arm called IARC, classified radiofrequency radiation as a Group 2B carcinogen, which means possibly carcinogenic to humans. That puts it in the same category as lead and DDT.
That's shocking. But why is sleeping with my phone so bad if I use it even more during the day?
Great question. When you're awake, your brain has active defense mechanisms. But when you sleep, something magical and vulnerable happens. During sleep, your brain enters repair mode. It consolidates memories. It flushes out toxic waste proteins, including beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's disease, through a system called the glymphatic system. And this cleaning is controlled by your sleep architecture, that is, your cycles of deep sleep and REM sleep. And multiple studies have shown that radiofrequency exposure can mess with the delicate electrical patterns of sleep. A 2025 study found that 5G frequencies at 3.6 GHz can modulate sleep spindle frequency during non-REM sleep. Sleep spindles help transfer memories from short-term to long-term storage. Mess with spindles, you mess with memory. And it gets worse. On top of radiation, there's the screen itself. Harvard researchers found that the blue light from your phone suppresses melatonin, a sleep hormone, and shifts your circadian rhythm by up to 3 hours. Less melatonin means less deep sleep. Less deep sleep means less brain cleanup. Less brain cleanup means toxic buildup.
Wait, is it just the brain? Or is this thing cooking my entire body?
Oh, Alex, your brain is just one victim. Let's do a quick damage tour of the human body. The NTP study and the Ramazzini Institute both found increased heart schwannomas in male rats. Your phone sits in your chest pocket all day, close to your heart. Multiple laboratory studies have found that radio frequency exposure can increase oxidative stress in sperm cells, producing reactive oxygen species that can damage sperm DNA, reduce motility, and lower sperm count. While the in vivo human evidence is still being debated, but enough in vitro studies support adopting the precautionary principles. A massive international investigation across 13 countries, known as the Interphone study, found no increased risk for average users. But for the heaviest users, they observed a statistically significant increase in glioma risk. One more thing. If you sleep with phone under your pillow while it's charging, you're literally sleeping on a potential firebomb.
Come on, that's dramatic.
Lithium-ion batteries generate heat during charging. Pillows and blankets trap that heat. With no airflow, the battery overheats, swells, and in documented cases, catches fire. Fire departments have reported multiple cases of bedroom fires caused by phones charging under pillows. The Newton, New Hampshire Fire Department even issued a public warning.
So my phone can either slowly microwave my brain or literally set my face on fire?
Don't panic. Knowledge is power, Alex. Here's your action plan, the Night Shield Protocol.
Rule number 1, never sleep with your phone on the pillow or under it. Ever. Place it at least 3 feet away. The inverse square law says the radiation intensity drops dramatically with distance. Twice the distance, 1/4 the exposure. Rule number 2, switch to airplane mode before bed. This kills the cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth antennas. No signal transmission means virtually zero RF emission. Rule number 3, stop scrolling 60 minutes before sleep. Not just for radiation, but because blue light delays your melatonin by up to 3 hours. Let your brain's cleanup crew punch in on time. And here's the beautiful truth, Alex. Whether the danger is the radiation itself, the blue light, the notification stress, or the fire risk, the solution is the same: distance. Create distance between your brain and your phone as much as possible. If this video blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe to understand advanced research in a fun and an easy way.
Yes, please.
Share it with someone who sleeps with their phone on their face. And please, drop a comment. Where does your phone sleep at night? Pillow? Nightstand? Across the room? All right, that's all the time we have. See you next time.